Sometimes when politicians are struggling to get their point across, they exaggerate. Sometimes they put forward a slightly different view to a view that many of us share. Often they're then accused of lying. Most of the time that isn't true. In this particular case, Suella Braverman has quite literally just lied. In the Daily Mail, she is quoted as saying, I don't normally read the Daily Mail. I stopped reading it about 20 years ago. Every so often I pick up a copy and I think, oh gosh, this is quite interesting. And then I realise why I don't read it. And she says 100 million people, 100 million displaced people, and billions are eager to come to Britain. It simply isn't true. Her figure of 100 million comes from the UN, which says there's about 100 million displaced people globally. Only 26 million have actually even left their country. So we're only looking at a quarter of that 100 million who might possibly make their way to Britain. And even that quarter of a million, that quarter of the 100 million, 26 million, most of those are not going to come to Britain. It simply is not credible. Last year we had 45,000 people came to Britain. Suella Braverman starts off by saying that they came to Britain in boats. True. And then she says they came to Britain illegally. That's not true. They were only considered illegal, even under her new law of the Nationality and Borders law. They were only considered illegal when that law came into effect, which was in November. So it's not true that 45,000 people came into Britain illegally. That is a lie. That is a lie. It's an exaggeration. The whole thing is exaggeration and unjustified rabble-rousing. It's inflammatory language. And she would then go on and say that we are spending $6 million a day on hotel accommodation. Yes, we are, because the Home Office has been in a go-slow since 2015, since Mrs. May issued her speech about a hostile environment. If the Home Office were to speed up, or if the Home Office were to allow many of these people to work, then it would not be costing us $3 billion a year. And indeed, we would not be waiting for 100,000 cases to be decided. The idea that that people are put into hotels is to ramp up racist response, a racist response from the local community. It's simply undignified and it's wrong. And it's transferring the blame. The blame for this lies with the Home Office, exclusively with the Home Office, and with the people who negotiated Brexit. If there had been a proper replacement or a proper parallel system for the Dublin III agreement, then we wouldn't be in this situation. We are in this situation simply because of a poor Brexit. And this situation didn't exist before Brexit took place. It didn't exist because we had the Dublin III regulation. In fact, we were repatriating 10,000 people in 2010, I think. Now we're repatriating 22 people. It's madness. It's madness, and it's madness to transfer the blame from the Home Office to the refugees, migrants, asylum seekers, no matter what term one wants to use to describe these people, many of whom, 20% each year, have come from Afghanistan, a country where they put their lives in danger to support us. And we did nothing because we were led by a foreign secretary who preferred to slap number 10 on his back rather than do his job, lying on Crete, slapping on factor 10. Completely wrong. Unconscionable. This is a man also who is facing an inquiry over bullying. If politics is about perception, we need to be very careful which way through the telescope we are looking. Because at the moment, I think Suella Braverman wants us to look the wrong way.